Okay, everybody, I realized they got a little bit crowded right there at the end of my commentary because I honestly just didn't notice that we're near the end of the video already. But yeah, now we're going to be taking on the next challenge in this video. And if I remembered that, remember there were technical difficulties at the end of this? Well, you'll notice, you'll know soon enough when the hell that was. If you want to know what it was, my computer, thank you Windows 10 for automatically restarting my laptop right in the middle of the recording. I love you for that. I hated them for that, by the way. So, yeah, one of the dangers of Let's Playing. Oops, it stopped recording. So, after I killed it, I was like, shit, I gotta go back and do this again. Thankfully, I hadn't saved, so I was able to do that, but yeah, nothing more annoying than that. So we're going to be going back into the Wildspire, whatever the hell. And as you might have gleaned from last video, we're fighting the fishy this time. Or rather, what I call a fish. I don't believe it's technically a fish, considering its biological makeup, but I guess we'll just call it a fish because it's the easiest thing to call it. I say that, and I guess I'll spoil it because you're going to see it anyway. I say that because it has feet. Yes, a fish with feet. It's about as outlandish as it sounds, but it actually kind of works. Also, don't forget about this supply chest. You should probably not forget those. They usually have good things. Hell, they probably had a nullberry in that last time. I just didn't look. Actually, wait a minute. Last time, there was no supply box in the last mission with the Barok, was there? I was gonna say if there was, maybe they had a nullberry in that, but I guess I didn't find one if there was. Yeah, I've forgotten where everything was, so I was just trying to take a quick little glance around. I got lost for a little bit, actually, here. As you'll see right here, I got lost. Basically, the game's way of saying, no, you idiot, go the other way. You might also notice my weapon has a green sharpness to it. That's because apparently in all the stuff I skipped, I am sorry about that, I'm kind of in a hurry here. I got a new weapon. I upgraded my bone weapon, so I'm doing a little bit more damage. I have green sharpness now, thank the Lord. So that means fight should go a lot smoother, so I won't be bouncing everything. You know, that's always good. By the way, this is the first time I'd ever used those things, so I was having a field day just going, whee, and just kind of swinging around because that's what games are about, having fun, man. Also, one thing I didn't know is there's one of those little hook points above the boss up here. I didn't know that. If I did, I would have had some fun. I would be careful, though. Normally, you can see up on the left right there. Normally, if there's a thing like that, a lot of bosses can jump and hit you while you're swinging. Now, I've only had one boss try and do that to this point, and they missed. But I'm going to assume a lot of them can, you know, hit. So if you're paying attention to what he's saying the thing we're hunting did not do this. And those thorns? Oh, I know what those thorns are from. I'll be honest, I was kind of scared when I saw this. I was like, oh shit. I don't want to fight that now. But you don't have to. No. No, you gotta fight a pissed off eel with feet. That's what you gotta fight. I don't think it's technically an eel. That has the body shape of an eel. I'm calling it... no, it has the body shape of a fish. I don't know fish, okay? I don't know what their body shape is. It even shows it right there. That was not just for show. You can use that. So that's supposed to show you, in case you get bogged down, you can do that to get out of it. Of course, I didn't learn this or even pay the slightest bit of attention to this, but I'm calling it out to you so you know it. You know you can do that. But I didn't know you could do that. Now, another thing that's kind of interesting, you might have noticed some of the things that he, well, let out, like off the mud. It will solidify, and you can stand on it. It's solid ground. Some of it, though, you can't. You saw me fall in. Yeah, it's kind of tough to differentiate which one you can stand on, which one you can't. Normally, the one you cannot is a bit more gray, whereas the solid ones usually turn dark, well, brown, like that. Also, if you know what you're doing as a greatsword user, that's a fantastic time to wind up a true charge. Now that I fought him tens of times yeah, after this. I know basically his patterns. I would like to say that that was kind of intentional. I knew I was going to step back a couple feet, and I could generally tell the tail sweep was going to go, but honestly, I thought I was going to eat some damage there. I was kind of lucky that the spacing was just right. Now, I can tell you without a doubt, what this guy's most annoying thing is as a greatsword user, don't stand in front of him. I know. The temptation is fantastic to stand in front of him, but don't do it. Now, why? Well, because while that right there is a perfect time to hit him in the head with a true charge, if you're right in front of him, more often than not, all he's going to do is lunge forward and bite you in a very fast frame. I mean, he's very fast. So, more often than not, if you do that, you're going to get hit. So, yeah. Now, that's not to say you can't do it. You can easily sit in front of him and hit a true charge and it's right in his noggin. You just better be sure what he's doing before you do it. Unlike me. Because sometimes he will just sit there. Of course, that's the fun of a greatsword. You gotta know when to do stuff. Like here I go, I'm thinking, oh, perfect. Oh, no. Like I said, that's his most annoying one right there. Also, for God's sake, try and approach him at a right angle. If you try and hit him, like, not from the side, it's really hard to hit him. He's deceptively thin, and it's very easy to miss a very vertical true charge by just going, whoops, and just kind of aiming far to the left. Or scraping his scales, but it says you didn't hit him, but technically, Anyway, it's very easy to miss. Basically. Thankfully, his spitting doesn't have very good range, so you can kind of just get an easy, what do you call it? Sharpen, but more than likely he's probably going to charge you like that if you try and do what I did there. But as you can see, I'm not doing all that well. I will say, though, the farther in the game I get, the better my first attempts usually go. Like, early in the game, like right now, you probably think I'm terrible, and you would be right. Because this has no hope in hell of ever hitting. Somehow the first one did, but I don't know how to... I guess he moved his head slightly to the left, so I guess I was closer than I gave it credit for. Or did I hit a small animal with the first one? I don't know. Couldn't really tell. I was blocking my own view. Oh. Low rank hunts are very easy, though. You know, I don't know if I ever died. I might have died twice in all of low rank. Or carded, rather. So... But then again, I played Monster Hunter for years before. Now, if you're a straight-up newbie and you get a greatsword and you just want to, you know, play the thinking man's class, as I call it, I think it's the thinking man's weapon, personally, because you have to know what the hell you're doing. Otherwise, you're going to look like what I'm doing right about now. It's going to look like a jackass. Also, this is kind of wonky here. Don't ask me how I got that forward momentum. I don't think I really did. But I somehow managed to do that. But yes, this guy... I've never had much trouble with these things. Like, the only problem I've had with these things is a later variant of this boss. I guess that's a spoiler. But, I mean, it's a hunting game. Most hunting games have, like, reskins of things with added abilities. Well, they do in high rank as well. I had trouble with the high rank version of this one time ever. But he's actually really fun as a greatsword user. And you might go, what? Well, I'll go over that one in this video. This is what I was talking about way earlier. Yeah. That'll get some curse words out of my mouth when that happens. And the worst part is it pissed me off so much because I was like, it's all my fault. I knew it was there, and I did it anyway. The number one piece of advice as a general rule in Monster Hunter is try not to get pissy. You will want to get pissy a lot. When maybe you get stun locked and you just kind of die and you couldn't really do anything. Maybe a roar did something at the very last moment, or they twisted around like that and you missed a big true charge. In my experience, when I get mad, it never goes well. It always makes me play a lot worse. But as you saw there, if he's like sitting up doing a little spitting thing, it is a great time to do a true charge. It's just, well, you're probably gonna get water blight. But, in my opinion, since they give you null berries anyway, it's worth it. Maybe some would say not really, because you gotta waste time eating the null berry, but another thing that's really worth it is when he starts going underground and doing his little, like, I don't know what you call that, where he starts showing his, like, scales when he goes up in the, like, through the water. That's a good time to start off a charge attack if you get the spacing right. I don't remember if he does that in low rank, though, or if that's only in high rank. Oh, either way. What is that on my foot? Oh, that was a wire. Okay. Like I said, you can sit in front of him, but you're gonna... Well, I mean... That was just kind of funny. Not for me, but there are risks. Another thing that I didn't really pay attention to until now, I thought for sure he would go back to the water, because I thought, he's a fish. He's not going to just sit out there in the desert. But no. I forgot what I was going to say now, damn it. Oh, damn, what was I going to say? It was something important, too. That's the worst part. Oh, damn it, I forget. Well, I guess I'll never know now, because I forgot entirely. Hell, I forgot what I even forgot when I forgot everything. I don't even know what the hell I'm talking about anymore. And people wonder why I don't learn things in Monster Hunter very fast. Most of the time, because I forgot what they did. Now, this is what's known as a... Well, that was going to be a prediction true charge. Because I thought, there's no way he's going to sit in the desert. He's a fish. Fish doesn't give a shit, though. Fish just sits in the desert. Because screw you in particular. That's basically what it felt like. Because I was like, oh yeah, that's when my computer just kind of restart. So, here we are again. But yeah, don't ever assume, oh, it's a fish. It'll stay in the water. It'll come right back to the water. No. No, 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 no. It'll stay out there just to make damn sure you're wasting time. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it'll do it. Yeah. Because the game developers know that you expect it to sit in the water, so they make damn sure it doesn't sit in the water. That's my conspiracy theory anyway. I do remember the second attempt being better than the first attempt, but I guess we'll have to see here, won't we? Because I didn't exactly have time to review this whole video clip before I started. I am very surprised I managed to hit that. Thank God for fins. Because that was one of those bad angle things going on. Oh, if he hadn't backed up a little bit. Oh, yeah, just... I think that's a Barok to my left, judging by the roar. I can't really see, but I think that's a Barok. I have no idea what I was doing there. I'm just going to tell you, I have no earthly idea what I was expecting to happen. I think I was expecting him to, like, crash up out of the water so I could hit him while he jumped, but no, it didn't happen. He's too busy fighting T-Rex over here. Also, I'm just going to tell you that second charge, not really good. I used it a lot in the early stages of the game, but its modifier's not really that high. That's why I kind of take it out of my rotation nowadays. So, yeah, welcome to a clusterfuck, because that's what this is. At least I'm not in an enclosed area, so I guess it's not technically a cluster, but it's annoying nonetheless, for me. And he's running. Well, not much else to say about this fight, other than try not to sit in front of the fish, try not to piss off a Barok, and if you do, I think the fish wins in the turf war. I don't remember, but I don't remember. It doesn't really matter now anyway, does it? That was optimistic as it all get out. Oh, hey, I did find it. I was like, I guess I didn't. I guess I found that. Haha. Probably not the best time to do that, though, because I think a better use of my time here would have been to start the true charge, not this, but... I guess I was just stupid all around then, wasn't it? You did the wrong thing, and you missed on top of it! Yes, sir. Yes, that's what I did. Again, very optimistic, because I thought at some point he'd move. Because, I mean, most things don't stop moving. But the time I think that they'll move, they don't move. That's funny. In a annoying way. Because I always guess wrong. I think, oh, there's no way he'll move. And he sprints off 60 feet in that direction. Oh, he'll never move. He's not going to move. He moves. Basically, if I say something, they're probably going to do the opposite. So how do you manage to hit any true charges if you can't do anything? Or if you can't judge worth a damn? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe God loves me and just... I don't know how I managed to hit anything if I have no idea what's going on. I have no idea a lot of times what monsters are going to do, but I just instinctually know, okay, he's going to do this, so I'll just start charging now. Most people with the Great Sword don't do that, though. Most people go, okay, I know the enemy's AI really well. I know exactly what they're going to do. I know exactly when they're going to do it. Not me. Like, even after I played the game for 100 hours, I'm still not probably going to remember most anything about most bosses. But I'll know, okay, this thing likes to flop around a lot. He likes to swerve. He likes to fly. He likes to do this. I have a vague understanding, but I don't really memorize things. Because I'm not in school anymore. And I always had trouble with memorizing things anyway. The only time I didn't was in Spanish class one time in semester when we had a gym teacher teaching Spanish. That was a fun semester, I'll tell you that. We basically did a map of South America and where the countries are for like 9 weeks. Oh, I got an A that semester. That was like the only semester I ever got an A in Spanish, but I guess I'm getting off topic now. Yeah, memorization, not my thing. I barely remember what I had for breakfast. Oh, no, I do remember what I had for breakfast. I had to stop and think about it. It was eggs. Eggs and coffee. That's what that was. But I had to think about it. Because I honestly forgot. I think you have some kind of mental thing, Barok. I don't think you should have that bad a memory at 30 years old. Yeah, well, actually, I'm technically 29. Thank you very much for at least another month. But, yeah, well, I don't know. It's like divine justice, because when I was young, I always wanted memory loss. People are like, what the hell? Why would you want memory loss? I don't know. But I wanted amnesia. It's like a cruel twist of fate that I have, like, no memory now. Or maybe that's one of God's jokes. Well, you didn't want memory, so there you go. I guess I did ask for it. So yeah, gotta go listen to Mr. Do Nothing here. To my knowledge, he's never done anything yet. But I guess by this point in the story, that's pretty much established he's the commander, so he doesn't have to do anything. I guess you might have imagined, well, he might have done something, but then you just told me he didn't. You spoiled it. I guess that's the risk I run when I do post-commentary. I say things without thinking. Especially towards the end of videos, because I think, oh, Christ, we're almost done. What the hell are we doing again? All right. We have an elder dragon to capture. You know this is doomed to fail right from the get-go, and I'll tell you how you know. Because you cannot capture elder dragons. So... Also, I finally fought Kieran for the first time. If you know who Kieran is, you probably went, you poor soul. You don't know the half of it. I never met Kieran in low rank. My first introduction to Kieran was high rank. And I think I carded twice. Oh man, that thing was a challenge. But yeah, and a little bit of maintenance get done here. By the way, try not to neglect doing the bounties. If you think, well, I don't want to do any of that stuff, just pick like the harvest ones. Pick mushrooms, flora. You'll have those done before you even know you did it. And it gives you armor spheres to upgrade your armor, which is kind of important. And points to spend on tail rider safaris and things like that, which you don't know what that is yet, I guess. Oopsie. But it gives you, points to buy things when the Argo. Okay, we haven't done that yet either. It gives you points so that you can... What the hell do you use points at this point in the game for? I don't know, but inventory management, simulation. That's Monster Hunter, baby. But yeah, that's gonna be about it everybody. So hopefully I shall see you next time. Until then, everybody.